All right, guys, we're going here into a match, and we've already got a proxy barracks, so we've missed the first minute, but that's okay, because that's all we've missed. Nothing's actually hit yet. This is Parting versus Byun. Byun's in the bottom right side, one of the greatest Terrans of all time, 2016 world champion. Parting, 2012 world champion, the best micro Protoss player in the world. So, Parting knows he's being one-based. He sees the factories at home, so he knows it's not crazy committed, but he is going to expect an early Reaper. Now, does he send that Zealot up to defend? Yeah, so he's going to chrono boost a Zealot. Now, the Zealot is not as fast as the Reaper, but he can hopefully just distract the Reaper, absorb a few hits. It means Byun's going to have to micro the Reaper even better to make sure the Zealot doesn't land any hits on it, and to make sure he focuses down the probes. He's already got a bunch of those probes very weak. Parting looking for a worker surround there, but that's a lot of workers that he pulled. Luckily, that probe survives. Needs only one more hit, I think, to kill it, maybe two. Oh, 3 probe kills is really good for Byun here. Punishing the fact that the gateway was built up there. Now look at that, he sends his Stalker out. I think he wants to try and counterattack. Parting always likes to counterattack players like this because he knows all their units are on the map. So he's like, hey, if I can get over there, I could do some damage. And remember, behind this Parting,
my man,
it's a pylon, so he's blocked the wall off, and the pylon gives you high ground vision. And because there's nothing to kill it, that can be huge. Now, look at this. There's a Stalker at home. If he could get one of these Reapers, that would be big. Remember, there's a jump-in point there. And Parting is still, he's rallying everything across the map. Parting, his answer to aggression is to be even more aggressive. And look at this. He's going to have to sacrifice the Zealot, take the Widow Mine on the chin. If he wants to get in there, he needs to trade that Zealot right now. But he's not doing it. He's like, I don't know, man. He's thinking about it. He's thinking way too long. And now he's going to get punished at home. The Reapers jump in. Parting, I don't know what you're doing right now, bro. I guess he's got a shield battery there. Okay, he did trade the Zealot for the Widow Mine, but now there's another Widow Mine. Parting's being held. Parting is being held. He needed to make that decision quicker and get out, get a further forward position before that Widow Mine was there. He now recalls a Stalker home. Another Stalker rallies into the Widow Mine. Parting. For those who don't know, what is Parting's style? Chaotic ridiculousness. That's the only way we can describe it. He's just absolutely insane. He takes a lot of gambles, a lot of risks, but in this case, Byun, command center on the high ground behind this, he's killed 4 probes, a Zealot, a Stalker. He's only lost a Widow Mine, and he's got 2 Reapers. And look at this. Parting is so stupidly greedy. He sends his Stalkers out on the map. There's high risk, high reward, but then there's like, accept the fact that those Widow Mines have stalled you out. You're not going to get in there and do more damage. With those Stalkers to have moved out one more time before the shield battery was even ready on the natural, insanely risky. Now the Reapers should try to survive. Byun should get out of here. He actually almost killed the probes because they can't technically get healed when they're right there. But he will lose 1 Reaper for this. Meanwhile, the Widow Mine still is out there protecting him. I guess he doesn't have a lot of firepower, but he's going to do a 2 Widow Mine draw. I don't think you need your expansion up as Byun. Nearly as important as Parting needs his expansion. Now, Parting's a psychopath, so he could resurrect himself from here. But I like this. He's like, I'm going to make a 2nd Rax, a 3rd Rax. We're going to make tanks, Marines, play super safe. And here come the Widow Mines. So he's just going to unburrow one of these mines. And, oh, he unburrows both of them. He says, they already wasted mining time. Why bother letting them fire? Just waste some more mining time. Change targets if possible. Oh, he keeps changing targets. Oh, look at that. Very nicely done. And he's going to do it again. He's like, you can't mine from your expansion. Great shuffling there. So Parting was like, please just blow up a single probe, use your single shot, and let me get back to mining. And he just wouldn't let him do it, would he? So he's going to drop that Widow Mine one more time and then go home with the medevac. And he's going to get at least 1 probe. 2 more probes goes down. Bringing it up to 5 total. It looks like the Reaper maybe got another one in the main as well. It's a 4-kill Reaper. Tank Bio comes down. These Stalkers get deflected. That Widow Mine even survives. Byun is all over Parting in this game, and Parting known for his aggression. And as we said, it's really hard to handle because he will so crazily counterattack when any other Protoss player would pull up their shield, get in a defensive stance. He's the kind of guy who will just keep attacking. Oh, good blink dodge to diffuse that Widow Mine. And he's just going all in right now. So he's on 4 gateways. He's building a 5th one on the front for quick warp-ins. For those who don't know, pylons next to Nexus or warp gates. So finished warp gates do warp in at 4 seconds rather than 11 seconds. Tank's in the open, but he's got another tank up there. But you know what? Despite the Widow Mine and the tank firing, is it enough? He's got Stim Bio. Does lose a medevac, but I think it's just too much firepower. Parting's trying to like focus down these units. He's microing very well. But Marauders and medevacs are really, really good versus Stalkers. Maybe an overextension for Byun, you could argue. Does it matter? Look at this. His Reaper is still a thorn in the side. Another tank is out. He's pumping Bio out of 3 barracks. Stim's done. Shields hasn't started. Doesn't matter. As long as Byun keeps pumping out units, tanks, Bio, medevacs, he can't lose. There's just not enough production. Parting here. It's trademark aggression. Getting him in deep water here. First Reaper killing 3 probes, I think made Parting feel very all in. Feel like he was desperate for counter damage. Oh, right, guys. Going into map number 2 here. It's in the top right, in the red. It's Parting Go. And in the bottom left side, he is, of course, Shopify Rebellion's Be Unstoppable. Now, we are, of course, going to be seeing 2,000 atmospheres here, which can be a very fun map. Byun looked rather unstoppable against Max Packs earlier. Will Parting be able to get things together? He's going to scout a lot earlier this game. I mean, he actually scouted pretty early in that previous game.
Thanks
but
for the
he's already committed
Bezos
to the low ground gate. I think wanting to be the aggressor himself by rallying units across the map and ended up in a bit of trouble. Thank you, Yeti, for the sub, mate. Appreciate that. Much love. And Jinkles with the 16
Thanks for the
months.
Bezos box.
Says, give me my props. Thank you. 16 months, almost a year and a half. Holy crap. Okay, so it's going to be Cybercore before Expand. Parting's like, oh, we'll play safe now. So 20 Cybercore, 20 Nexus. This probe trying to regenerate some shields before blocking the command center. Now, Parting's blocking it a bit too early here. You know he doesn't have money for that until 1 minute 40, right? Maybe 138 at the absolute earliest. And Parting, I guess, just comes in slightly too late. Almost blocked it, but not quite. And he gets taken out by the Marine. Good start for Byun here. Command center not delayed. Marine gets the kill. And he's pulled off gas. Byun loves that 3-racks build. Behind this, it was Nexus into Pylon, into another probe. Second gas, and keeping up the probes as well as chronoing Adepts across. He's going to see if he can get some scouting, put some pressure on with that. And the extra barracks starting to come down for Byun. Parting likes to fight with his opponents. He's rather cheesy in his style. And so he does get countered sometimes by Hellions or Widow Mines catching him off guard. You know, I've never really stared at an Adept's helmet before that much, but holy shit, that's a pretty cool helmet. And coming on in. Okay, 3 Marines do beat an Adept. That's the SCV down before coming to raise the depot. And loses shields. But a quick pullback by Parting. He's trying to just threaten there. Wants to throw that shade forward again. Just forcing Byun to keep raising his depot. And this here, it's just a good little exercise. Make sure you're good at getting it up there as the Terran player. A lot of Terrans sometimes a bit slow on that. I'll tell you, if you're not used to playing someone as good as these pro gamers, whenever I play like Parting or Creator, just the frequency with which that Adept gets thrown is so annoying. It's so different to the people that I'm regularly playing on ladder who struggle to do that. And he's actually going to go DT drop, guys. DT Shrine, Twilight Council. He's only built 2 Adepts. Really greedy build. He's not even building a 3rd gateway unit. DT drop can look really good and it can look really bad versus 3-racks. More often than not lately, I've thought it was winning and then the 3-racks timing just like killed it. So it comes down to, you know, a little bit of that. A little bit of this, that, the other. Can you have scans saved up to kill the first DT when it runs in? Number 1. Number 2, do you have an extra scan available so you can scan when you're stimming into their base, whether that be after cleaning up the DTs or maybe the DTs are doing damage to you but you're stimming into their base at the same time. Does go down. Prism on the left side as well. 3 gateway blink DT coming in. 2 shield batteries building. I would love to see a full wall off, but that's not gonna have time for that, guys. There's no units at home. Oh, he warps in a DT at home. That's very smart. So he's going 2 on the front, 1 in the main, 1 going into the natural. The Marines are in position. Engineering bay is there. He's got 1 scan. 1 scan is not enough. 4 Marines will not kill a DT. And oh, this DT didn't even A move. Parting, Byun! Byun's F2ing home! Byun, you gotta keep attacking, bro! You've gotta keep attacking! Oh no! Byun's in panic mode right now, and he's already used up a scan. He's going to have another one in a moment. Oh, but look at that, hot pickups. Parting gets both DTs out, and this army finally Parting, who was too lazy to A-move that before. He was too lazy to A-move that, and he was in a big trouble there. Oh. Oh no. This is huge. I think Byun might be dead here. He somehow hasn't taken catastrophic SCV damage yet. He will lose the prism, but a lot of Marines pay for that. No, I wouldn't chase in there, Parting, unless you're really confident there's no scans. See that turret? Time to leave. Time to leave, Parting. No, he's dead. No, he stayed too close. If he didn't stop for that extra Marine, he would have been okay. As it is, though, another prism's on the way. Blink, Robo Bay. This feels like really good damage, don't get me wrong. It just is also like, wait, how did you not kill more? And I really wonder, because he screwed up, warped in the DT at home, and he move commanded it, did Parting. He didn't give it an A move, so it walked right past Byun's army, but Byun's army hesitated. I wonder if Byun did just stim that army and could he have done something? Obviously, the gateways create such a choke point. It's hard, but I think that was a possibility there. Gets the DT. Parting's thinking about Archon dropping. I don't think it's worth. If you've already lost so many DTs, you don't really want to warp in more. You're already building better units like Colossus, so I think DT drop's a good idea. And there's a little... Oh, he accidentally drops on the ledge. Uh-oh. Byun's just moved out with everything. Gets one. Oh, Prism. Oh, goes in the back. Oh, Parting is an expert at secretly sliding into his opponent's back door. Nasty. Double drop in the main, though. There's very few units at home. They're all over at the third in the natural. Oh, he's going to get surprised by a drop too. Even though he's moving Stalkers there, Parting doesn't actually know. He's like, oh, you know, I should be prepared just in case there's a drop. Yeah, you should. Uh-oh. Oh, the DT to block. The DT to block. That was a pretty legendary move there, dude. That actually bought him a few valuable seconds. Blink now kicks in. And I think it's time to leave in just a moment for Byun. Get some of the Stalker. He focuses down. Oh, good focus on the probes. And he does get out of there. 16 workers. And just like that, a very fragile situation for Byun suddenly looks just fine. It looks completely fine. And he's building 2 Vikings. So Parting should leave right now. Because at this point, you know your opponent's already built some medevacs. Easily can build a Viking or 2. And if you don't recall right now or leave right now, you're going to die. 2 Vikings will kill you before you can recall. He's going to try and leave. And he will get out of there. Byun does see him moving out there on the left side of the map. And Byun finding that little dark area just before Blink and everything was ready. That was huge. Oh, Prism's going down. Too late to recall that, that's for sure. SCV's thinking about fighting it, but they pull away. Prism goes down in the top. DT. 5 kills, not bad. Does he try to recall it? Thought he might run to the corner and recall it. You have Stalkers warping in here for Parting. Parting did recover his economy, so he's still got 2 Colossus out, 8 Stalkers. He does have charge on the way. He's going to go +2 attack. He wants his lasers to do as much damage as possible. Worker count looks great for Parting. Army count looks great for Byun. 3rd CC is finishing at an okay timing. This game could go either way. I feel like, knowing what we know with the numbers, it feels like you want to just go commit to a hard attack as Byun in terms of the army count. But on the other hand, how do you force a fight? He's got Colossus. You've only got Bio. You don't have any tanks. You've only got a couple of Vikings for now. Maybe with 6 Vikings you could go? Going to be a little tough. I feel like multi-prong might be the way to swamp over him, and that supply count will disappear here. Parting on 5 gases. Does he have a Templar Archives? He does not. Just the DT Shrine still. So we can make expensive DT Archons, but you'd have to give up a lot of Zealots to do that. 3rd Command Center getting blocked. Parting here. A master of trying to annoy his opponent.
We embrace the glory of battle.
Does manage to land that. Zealot clears up the left watchtower. Byun still has the right one. Bit of a fight for map control right now as Disruptors and a 2nd Robo come on in. 4th base on the way for Parting. Zealot drop snakes out the left side of the map. Vikings are positioned there right now, but I have a feeling this is going to come in as the Vikings join the army for a frontal push. Zealots on the right, Zealot drop on the left, and as I said, he's going to join up. His tanks on siege, his Vikings pull just as the Warp Prism flies in. And it actually stops just out of where the Vikings would have seen it anyway. So very cautious and excellent play from Parting with that Prism. Still a very close game. DT runs in, gets 3 SCVs, make it 4, not bad. Zealots are thinking about coming in, but you don't want to show them too early. And in terms of the army, I mean, how many disruptors we got? Only one. There's double Robo, but he's not pumping out of them both yet. Only now adds that to the production key number 5. We can see here. Okay. Parting, a true pro gamer, uses a custom hotkey for his warp gates. 2 and 3 seems a little excessive, but it is what it is. Observer goes down to the Vikings. And look at this. Oh, Parting is set up, guys. Zealots on the left, Zealots in the main. He's got Zealots on the right ready to go in. That are going to go in right now as well. Zealots on the left do get caught. Good fight there for Byun. Main base, he does have some bio out that stalls this out. Natural, though, there's a Liberator. Can Byun defend all 3 mineral lines at once? We're going to watch the main and the natural. The top squad already got cleared up. The Prism is warping in more Zealots. He's got 9 kills so far. Maybe he'll get a few add-ons as well. And this is still, yeah, he's getting a lot of damage. Oh, looks like a Disruptor might have got some units on the front. The tanks, though. Oh, the tanks. Oh, Parting. Just leaving it, letting it all hang out there, a bit sloppy. Now, at this point, I'd actually love to see Parting think about recalling the Zealots. But, oh my god, he's killed so many important production facilities. He's done so much damage here. I think Byun should have pulled back. I think this was such a big investment. If Byun just pulled everything back there, I think this would have been way better for him. Now, he's got to rebuild his barracks. He's got 5 barracks up. So it's not the end of the world having 5 barracks. His starport will re-land and start a reactor. He's repairing some structures little by little. I mean, Parting's army is way smaller now. Remember, Parting has a habit of, on this map, when he has a smaller army, is usually when he takes the worst possible fights, attacking into his opponent when there's no need to. He should be zoning, but he should not throw his army around. He wants to just force the siege. A bit lazy on those early disruptors. I don't like those shots. He needed to get in front of this army. Now he's in a really bad position. He's used all of his disruptors before the fight started. He's had double Robo disruptor production for a while, yet somehow he has not really found much with it. He's only on 5 disruptors. He's not building more. Byun has a gigantic army, which is very damaged, and there's not many medevacs. So keep in mind, Byun has got to be very careful with his next stim. Notice he's not stimming right now. That's really wise. Byun realizes every stim is going to allow Parting to just pull off. Good disruptor shot. It's a very good disruptor shot. And this is it. Just hold your ground as Parting and give up. Even be willing to give up this base if you have to. He's going to go for a big Zealot flank. Oh, the Disruptor's trying to come forward. There's a lot of tanks there, and they are trying to focus down. The Disruptors pull back very nicely. Almost all the tanks are gone. The balls will recover the retreat. They will cover the retreat, sorry. And only one Viking left, but there's still a tank in the back, deep on the red, causing a bit of a ruckus. A Stalker shot takes it out, and it looks like Parting holds on here. Remember that Byun's economy is in shambles. He did not rebuild after that last trade. I really think he should have. This is a big problem. No 4th command center. 2nd forge goes down for Parting. He's at 2-1 upgrade, so he's already up an upgrade. Byun is not starting anything. He's just going all in. He stims, and he gets absolutely avoided there. Will he get 1 disruptor? No. And he's just chasing into the balls. This is not a good chase for Byun. Byun there, unfortunately, tried to click. He saw the disruptors out in the open. He tried to click with his prick, so to speak. He got a bit excited. Terran players, when they see units like disruptors out in the open, they do basically charge headlong at them, thirsty to take out their opponent's splash damage. Now, there's still a big army advantage for Byun, but look at this. Little DT comes in, takes 1 lib shot, picks off a few SCVs, will get scanned and taken down. DT's on the army. Oh, good blink to get out of there. He keeps all 4 alive. Okay. There's 1 Colossus, 8 disruptors. So 8 disruptors. I think that the problem that Parting's having is his army's too reliant on that. And those DTs didn't run away, a bit sloppy. He's so reliant on the balls. But there's 3 tanks in the back. And in this position, you're not going to be able to get disruptors on those tanks. Oh, this is a bad angle to be fighting for Parting. Parting does not want to fight here. Oh, he's got to pull back. Yeah, this is a really, really great position that Byun's taken. I think Byun keeps himself alive and wins this game now. Oh, the DT flank! He gets 2 siege tanks there. Very nice. 1 DT for 2 tanks. And those DTs even intercept the Marauders on the high ground. Remember, they're a very high damage unit. Oh, bad positioning once again for Parting. Oh, he gets a tank though. I think it's okay for Parting now. Parting goes in with a DT attack on the rally. Parting trying to make the dirty Blink DT comeback work. He's already used his Blink offensively, so he doesn't have a defensive one. That Prism could get found. He's got a 5th base up, does Parting. Byun, only on 3 bases, and his upgrades are getting worse. +2 armor's about to kick in, so it's going to be 2-2 versus 1-1. I think Byun has run out of steam. He's been too all in for too long, and these DTs, these disruptors, are just too hard of a unit to all in against. You can't really force your way through them. Oh my god, why are the balls out here alone? Oh my god, crazy moves here. And I think the disruptors got caught in the open, but a great zealot flank. The stalker's on the libs. He's going to lose all of his balls. Despite that, he kills so much, and that was well worth it. Goes after the Medivacs. I think he could have saved the Colossus if he went after those Vikings. Oh, that Colossus doing a spready to the moon there. Just saying, take me, Lord, as it does float up to the surface. It's going to be good, though. This ties up the series. It means we're going to have at least 4 games of Parting versus Byun, and that I count as a win. GG, well played. Parting does take the 2nd map, ties up the series 1-1. GG, well played. All right, going into the next map, Parting in the top right of Glittering Arses, and his opponent in the bottom bottom left side, sorry, with a barracks hidden behind the natural. Getting a little cheeky, it is Byun. So Parting, it looks like he was looking over here. So I think he was expecting proxy barracks. So he was like, okay, I'm going to check for proxy barracks out here, and then I'll go for my scout. And he's like, oh, it is proxy barracks. So he wants to check. Okay, it is both gases. Because if it's just one gas, they could just be expanding. They just hid their barracks, but they'll expand behind it. Or it could be proxy marauder. Both of the 2 options, because they're not going to be able to get a very quick factory usually if they're only on 1 gas, unless it's gas first, which is once again its own thing. But he sees the factory go down. Oh, good harassment. Oh, he's going to get it. Oh, Byun. That was really lazy from Byun. Byun trying to be way too greedy there, and he gets punished for it. He loses an SCV. Another one takes some pretty hefty damage. Now, the Reaper will come in and clean up this probe, but that probe's done its job. And now you see that Reaper. You know the barracks is here. So you're pretty happy with that. Parting's going to send a Zealot out. And notice he's queued this around the left of the map to dodge the Reapers. And he is like so dodging the Reapers. He's going so far around. Now his Stalker should rally inside unless he wants to do the same thing as game 1, which I guess he does. He just wants to press forward. Stalker's going to hit the Reaper. And he's going to try to just use shield batteries to defend. But he needs to build a battery here before popping any probes on the natural. Otherwise, the Reapers could once again find some very good damage. He's going to bring the Reapers home. Missed his grenade there, unfortunately. He's got to let those combat drugs work. Stop taking hits from the Stalker, bro. Okay, he's going to try and... oh, the probe, the Zealot for the high ground. Oh, very nice. The Zealot gives a bit of vision and a bit of tankiness as well. There's a Hellion here, but 2 Reaper and a Hellion does not beat this. Stalker can micro back, and then the Zealot is a big threat. So, as Byun, you've got to trade, but not actually lose units. Oh, he built a 3rd Reaper, so maybe he's okay. The extra Stalker's about to come in, though. The extra Stalker... I think he's got to pull back. He's horny. He wants to kill that Stalker. But he's going to lose a Reaper for it. There's another Hellion here. Oh my god. I don't know, man. Oh, he sends that Reaper in. It's healed quite a bit. I guess this is okay for Byun. Keeps pulling back the red at .1. It's kind of bait. It does get focused. Oh, this fight's crazy. More Reapers building. A Widow Mine building. He's got to pull back. But he's bought time for the command center to finish. So good enough for Byun. He's got 2 Reapers and a Hellion. And that does beat a Stalker. Overall, I think this is better for Byun than it is for Parting, because his command center was able to build on location. And guess what? The tech is very late for Parting. He didn't get any of the momentum he was looking for. So he's only up 4 probes. Command center's finished. And a 2nd barracks already on the way in the main. He's going to build a Widow Mine, a Medevac, and a 2nd Widow Mine. So we can do a little bit of a drippy drop. Stalkers with the intercept. Nicely done. Surprised he didn't focus the Hellion down. He's actually aiming for the Reaper, interestingly. Because the Hellion can't regen, and it was already so damaged. I thought he'd just try to take it out, but... Oh, Widowmine's going to try and set up. Okay. Interesting. Oh, he put them both there. That's a big gamble. Oh, bunker's not finished yet? It will be when he gets here, but there's so little to put inside it. Oh, parting is just so aggressive,
Thanks for the Bezos
man.
box.
Zero safety precautions. Oh, Hellion goes down. There will be a Marine in the bunker as well. Make it 2. So parting has to back off there. He's got nothing at home right now. 1 Stalker in the wall. Needs Stalker weapons. The Widowmine drop's getting closer. Behind this, Raven is on the way. 3rd barrack starts up. Stalker's there. We're hoping to get the repairing SCV, but Byun hides it inside the bunker. And he dives. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, we got a few Stalkers there. At least this pins the Stalkers back. The problem is that a Stalker does 18 damage. Medevac has no armor. So, that there, I'm not very good with numbers, guys. But that's 4 Stalker shots to kill that. Whoa, hello. Got a bit of a little spiky spike there. That's interesting. Server, calm down, mate. Rover Bay's there. Behind this, the Raven snakes its way around the left side of this map. That Raven, of course, will be trying to drive forth. Start auto turret harassing. 3 Stalkers at the front, just keeping up a little bit of a semblance of pressure. Still a great angle to blink in here, and this tank does not cover that. He's very focused on just covering his natural right now, is Byun. And does create a bit of a safe zone in the main, which is bio, and tanks can branch off to defend if needed. Now there's a shield battery on the main and the natural. Auto turrets back here could still kill a few probes, but as soon as you get to about here, they're safe. So, see there? Doesn't do anything. Shield battery really shuts down single auto turrets. You need to put at least 2 auto turrets down, and then you can focus fire with them, and they can kill probes still very well then. But that means you save up a lot more energy. 3 barracks pumping. Remember, the reactor's still down here. Oh, he doesn't click on them on purpose. He moved right up so Parting wouldn't get the attack warning. Gets a Stalker before Parting can respond. Who's ahead? Who's behind? Well, economy looks... I mean, overall, I just say Byun's ahead. I just think the early pressure didn't pay off for Parting. Even though the harassment hasn't done anything for Byun, it's kept Parting back, and that's allowing him to push forward. So, you know, he's just going to be able to move up. Obviously, this first fight will decide a lot of the game. Shields, +1, Stim, all going to be finished. Concussive will be finished. He's building a 3rd on location as Byun. He's only got 2 tanks with this, and he's rallying Marine Marauder, Medevac, Mine. So, can he push through the Colossus? Well, there's only 1. Viagra's almost done. 2nd Colossus almost done, but they're not here just yet. Oh, he's in the open. 2 sentries go down. Interference Matrix. Oh, the Cuck Matrix from behind means that Colossus cannot fight. And I think you can get the pylon. He could have focused the pylon down there. Oh, and now, I mean, Byun apparently doesn't want to commit too deep. I mean, maybe could have, man. And the Stalkers have Blink, but there's not too much support for him. Good Blink to dodge the Widowmine. And 5 probes went down. 13 probes! Sorry, guys. An 8 probe kill and a 3 kill in the main base. He's going to send a double drop out the left side. Main army just falling back for now. This Widowmine drop's still on 65 hit points next to the main. Parting, he's looking for his own aggression right now, but because the tanks survived, Byun's still got a pretty good army. If they fight in the mid-ground, though, the Colossus could melt these Marines. That's a lot of Marines. If the Marauders tank, it'll be okay. Still got the Raven up there. Still got that Matrix ready. Oh, Parting. 0 support for this army. He has recall, so he could get home. But it's so dangerous to be out right now, especially when he sees Byun there. Okay, so he's going to dive, do some damage. And Byun's going to pull home. And he knows that Byun's pulling home because his observer sees it. Or he's going to try and focus down the 3rd command center, I think. Oh, okay, no. He decides not to. He says, no, you're too close. Quick, recall. Zealots focus down 7 SCVs and a mule. Oh, the Colossus survives on 22 hit points. That was a good move for Parting. He pulls the attack home. But his economy kind of sucks. Only 12 workers in the main on minerals, only 15 in the natural, only 14 in the third. So feels like Parting's economy is maybe a little smaller than he realized. He's adding a few more probes as he adds that fourth base, but he's not really got the numbers, the income to build as many zealots as he'd like. Oh, that's a good catch. Byun getting a little fancy there, does get caught out. Army gets caught in the middle of Parting's. Oh no, the Marauder Marine going forward on the right flank. They get a Colossus. Can they get two? Disruptor for the save. Another Disruptor as well takes out a Widow Mine. The Disruptor's halting that advance. Zealot's going to go for a run by as well. Don't think those Widow Mines are going to contact that. Very nicely done. Double auto turret gets 3 probes in the back. Parting is still frantically trying to defend his base. The battery is there. Oh, the overcharge has already been used, guys. The Zealots and Stalkers are in great enough numbers, though. He holds, and the Colossus still on 22 hit points. It's still alive, and Medevac goes down. It is an empty one, but dude, Parting fighting back in a big way. A series of fights going in Parting's favor there. Great defensive force fields, great disruptor shots to cover the retreat, and great Zealot run by as well. He's up 12 workers still, is Parting, but most importantly, he's taken the lead in the army supply, and he kept one Daddy Longlegs alive. Still a Zealot in the natural, causing havoc. It does go down. Uh-oh. And there's a 1-1 upgrade advantage for Byun, but look at that. Another 10 SCVs go down just like that. Oh, this is so nasty for Byun. He gets the Colossus, but there's a lot of Zealots and Stalkers coming in. Unload that army. Unload that army, Byun. I think with the Disruptors here, he's in very big trouble. Parting does see the Widow Mines on the left. Maybe go drop a nut on those. One of those balls could be very useful. Mass Mule coming in. Oh, the Disruptor. Gets only 1 unit there. Another Disruptor from very far away. He's going to try and... Whoa, sorry guys. He's going to try and lift that command center. And he does lift it in repair. Anti-armor missile! Anti-armor, but flanking balls! Flanking balls! Ball from the side, ball from the front. Stalkers come for the revenge. Anti-armor missile is pretty sick, but dude, the Disruptors, they've saved Parting a few times in this game, and that should make it completely game over. There was a small chance, maybe, Byun could have crushed that army, chased it down and done something, but 4 base Protoss, 61 workers up against a 34 SCV, barely 3 base Terran. And that is just going to be a flood of Protoss. Great Widow Mine hit, but 3 Marauders, 2 Marines does not hold that army. Parting, dragging it back, gets the 2-1. Alright, he only needs 1 more game to finish it. It's Parting in the top right here of Hardwire. He's loving this low ground gateway for the forward pressure. Really cool move. He does start that right on 38 seconds, so right on time. His opponent doing a more standard opening this time. This is Shopify Rebellion's Byun. So I think what's really happening here is, like in that last game, it was so hard to dissect. Because if you think about it, Parting's early aggression, it washed up, which looked kind of bad. And maybe I overstated that because he did kill a bunch of Reapers and Hellions, right? So, and then he shut down the Widow Mine drop, which was kind of delayed because of that whole early game. So it's really interesting. Just seeing like, it's like, you shut down the Widow Mine drop. Now, obviously the Widow Mine drop came in later and did damage, but it did damage while / only just before everything fell apart for Byun, right? So it didn't get damage for a long time. The Raven didn't really do much either, right? The Raven kind of failed. So Byun was not able to find any counter damage, and then Parting handled that mid game. You got to say like, oh, but he committed to 3 Stalkers and a Zealot and didn't do damage. Shouldn't he be way behind it? It's like, wait a second. Yeah, but Byun delayed his command center to go double gas, non-stop Reaper Hellion production off a really quick barracks and factory before command center. And he still lost a lot of those units, even though he didn't lose any economy. So it's an odd situation where both sides commit a lot to the early game, and it kind of washes out. And then I guess we maybe should have looked at that and said, well, wait, you didn't do damage with the follow-up, and therefore actually you are behind us, Byun. I'm not sure. Shield battery once again allowing him to go across the map, but yeah, this is a really smart move. Because Byun's so greedy, he'll still try to rally to his natural. So as long as he's got Marauders to defend as well, which is quite cute. So he can come in now and get a few of these probes on this natural. Oh, you can't escape! So he gets the 2 probes before they can get back to the shield battery in the main base. On the other side, the Adept does shade out of there after delaying the command center, but guys, he's gone the barracks. He's got 2 Marauders out, and he's not going 3 racks, which is the normal follow-up. He's going to go factory and so on. So a very cool build order, and 3 kills on that Reaper, really? 3 probes. He got one at the start as well, I guess, didn't he? So he's got 3 kills, and this is the greedy problem with rallying every unit across the map. Byun keeps on getting in there and punishing him for it, and he's even going to come forward with 2 Marauders. Parting greedily has not built any shield battery. I don't think it matters necessarily, because I guess the Marauders are going to focus that pylon down. You're going to have to shade on top to initiate, I think, as... Oh, he gets the Reaper in 1 volley. Nicely done. And he's going to commit. Oh, yeah, this is a good trade for Parting. If he can take that out, which he can. Ah, okay. Bit of a nasty push. Now, it does take an extra hit here from the Adepts to take out the Marine. So that's actually really nice the way he's done that. So the Marauder should at least kill 1 more Adept. And it will. It does go down. So just trading out the Marauders for a few Gateway units. Not the most important Gateway units, though, just Adepts. Second Barracks going up. He's going to have a Widow Mine drop. 3 Widow Mines in just a moment. 15, 20 seconds, that'll move out. Third Barracks on the way. There is a bunker up, though there's nothing in it right now. Stim does start. Now, cool thing about this setup is if you want, you can actually get another Barracks with a reactor. Because your tech lab's so early, you're already starting Stim. You can make Stim and Shields and Concussive all off one tech lab. So if you want to play, say, like a very heavy Marine style into tanks maybe, where you have, obviously it's a more fragile army, but it's got really high damage. It's great versus charge zealots and that sort of stuff. That's a kind of cool little thing that you can mix in there. Gumiho does that a lot, where he plays very heavy Marine off of an early tech lab in TVP when other people are always 2 tech labs, 1 reactor. Byun's a bit of a normie, so I do expect the tech lab, but I'd like to see it just because it's different. Stalkers there. Widow Mine drop coming in. Uh-oh. Parting. Wake up. Okay, he knows exactly what's happening. He warps in Stalkers. He says, you take 1 for the team, buddy. More Stalkers warping in. Oh, those probes. Taking a little while to get out of there. That was a sloppy... Oh, a little bit of a sloppy pull there from Parting, but he gets out of trouble. Only loses 4 probes. Not too bad. 1 Widow Mine survives, so a pretty good hold. This is a lot better than letting those Widow Mines survive for Parting. And we've got a bit of bio, bunker, tank, 3 barracks pumping. As we said, we expect second tech lab from Byun, because he is not Gumi Bro. I've got 2 base Colossus coming in with that early Robo Bay. And the probe's going to take a 3rd base soon as well. He's already got 1 Colossus starting up. Okay, we've got Colossus there on the way. Viagra's started up. No Forge yet. I think that's the right call here for Parting. You can't really afford the gas for the Forge. Obviously, you've already got 7 Blink Stalkers. More Stalkers might be needed. Oh, he blinks in. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And he loses his Observer. So that Observer could see to here. It didn't see the tank and the bio unit. So he was like, oh, cool, let's blink in, kill a reactor, and get out. He loses 4 Stalkers and an Observer for it. Big punish. Parting. We always talk about how Parting sees things exposed. He saw that reactor sticking out, and he clicked with his prick. He does it a little bit more than most Protoss players. That's why he's so fun to watch. And I also love this on Patrol Path, because you keep seeing that medevac move in and out of your vision, and you don't know if it's manually being controlled or not. Because often pro gamers will recognize movement. They go, oh, something's happening there, right? Whereas if something's sitting in vision for a while, it's when it moves that they notice it. But if you keep it on a Patrol Path in the edge of vision, it's going to be harder for Parting to notice when that comes in. Oh, great Colossus. Now, he doesn't have anything that could kill tanks very quickly there without blinking on the tanks and throwing all of his Stalkers away. There was 1 Immortal there. He might have gone for the kill. He might have tried to actually kill a tank. But without an Immortal, you don't have enough ranged firepower to just take it down real quick. Here we go. Widow Mine in the natural. Burrow, unburrow, unburrow? Okay, it doesn't quite do it. Just burrows it and tries to get on out, and he should be able to. Oh, he's thinking about doing a bit of an elevator. No, 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 not like this. Oh, Byun caught with his bloody pants down. Parting dives on top. And this could be a very good situation for Parting, or it could fall apart. The Colossus are doing so much damage to the Marine Marauder, but one of them has fallen, and that is a big problem. Battery overcharge. Oh, it's not enough. Too much Marauder focus fire. Byun says it's not only you that can click with your prick, mate. I see a Colossus sticking out like a sore thumb, and I dive. Dive. Byun ties up the series, 2-2. All right, guys, going into map number 5, Parting. Scouting very early, getting a little bit of chip damage on Byun's SCVs. It's Pride of Altaris. And Nexus goes down after Cybercore, but Gateway up in the main, so a bit more of a standard opening so far from Parting. I say standard. Is it though? I do feel like he's going to proxy gate. I'm not sure why. I think this might be his more modern proxy gate. It's disguised a bit better. So if this probe goes and hides a pylon, he's going to hide. Will he hide a pylon though? We'll find out. I might proxy a third gateway there. No, he's building a shale battery, so definitely not. Never mind. Just a bit of a scouting probe, make sure it's not getting caught by a Reaper on the way home. Let's see how it goes. Third command center. Oh, he's going to do a 3cc. Byun's doing a greedy boy build, guys. Reactor Marine 3cc. Ooh, wow. Okay. Very greedy here. Now he's got to handle these adepts just right, make sure he doesn't let them inside his base. It's more of a standard Twilight kind of blink opening. Now, a standard blink opening does not have good scouting, which means it's really hard to recognize. If you go for like a standard 3-gate blink robo, you don't have any scouting. It's very hard to realize that your opponent's done something greedy like that. The Adept Shade's passed. Oh, that's super high risk. He will get the SCV, and it delays the command center, which is definitely nice. A little frustrating for Byun there. Does slow him down. Doesn't really supply block him though, so it's okay. Now he's got 2 Adepts. 4 Marines will beat them since one's on Reddit points. Just got to make sure, like I said, no Adepts get into the bases. I mean, he might go hunting with those Marines because they're both so damaged. Well, one of them's so damaged and one of them's lost most of its shields. But here we go, guys. 3rd CC up in the main. He's going to go 2nd barracks into Engineering Bay is Byun. So he wants to get those early upgrades. And this will build into just such an overwhelming number of units. Unfortunately for him, though, Parting is going for a DT drop. And DT drop is very effective against this build. It's really hard because your stim's late. I think you'll have stim in time, but you've only got 2 barracks worth of production. Now, on the other hand, you do have extra scans. So depending on how quick you're dropping mules, how many scans you happen to have, you do have a bit more of a response. And you've already got an engineering bay. It's just that the lack of units is what scares me in terms of the timing that this hits at. But you know what? 11 Marines? I could be totally wrong on that. I think I've seen this build get bopped by DTs before. On paper, though, I think this comes down to just like, hey, do you realize it's DTs? Well, the answer is no. You have no scouting, so there's no way you're going to know. Warp Prism is coming across the map. But if you happen to have scans sitting around, or you save a scan, I think you're okay. Right now, he's not saving any energy. But you know what? That might be good. It means hopefully this next round he saves. DTs are going to be coming in. 3rd Nexus is there. DT Shrine is finished. It's 3-gate DT. 3 DTs warping in. 1 will walk in. 2 will get dropped inside that main base. This could be absolutely insane. Oh, okay. He's gonna try and drop up there. Okay. Guys, there's no scans available. We'll have him in about 7 seconds. Oh no, the turret in the natural. He's hold position to blocking the DTs in the natural. And he's got a scan in the main. Oh, he's gonna get the turrets up in both. They didn't host Game Heart, guys, I don't think. But he only killed 2 SCVs there. And he walks into a scan. He walks into the other scan. A big mistake for Parting. And guess what? He can just lift that 3rd CC off. His barracks is safe. It's in range of the turret. Oh, this is a good hold. Now, Parting does know what he's up against, right? He does know what he's up against. He's trying to warp in more DTs right now. Good choice to pull back. Try to warp DTs at the base of it, greedy. So he wants to do the Archon drop. Sometimes when they do this, I try to run out with my army and catch them while they're morphing. It's so risky though. So hard to actually pull off. Now these Marines are very vulnerable, so you want your Marauders in front if possible. He's going to try and kind of spread his units out a little bit because the Archon splash is pretty huge. Oh man. He's trying to jump on top to just get rid of the Archons. But as we see, trades shields there for a bunch of Marine Marauder. So that was a very good trade there with the Archons. Now they've got to take a while to heal up. Take him a few minutes to get back to full life, but still a good trade. And Forge plus Robobay on the way. You can still, of course, drop the Archons and pick off an SCV or two when there's no units around, even if those shields are low. For those who don't know, you can actually tell from the blue line around them how many shields they have. You see it's getting thicker and more blue as time goes on. Whereas when they first got in there, it was very faint, which meant their shields were almost gone. So it's just kind of an interesting little thing. It's so funny if I was making that up. Like, people are like, that's actually not true at all. I'm like, I swear it's true. I've been imagining it. That's what I'm talking about though. Grab a few SCVs, get a bit of damage. And suddenly Parting's like, oh, I'm up a full base of workers and I've been keeping you busy. And I'm going Colossus behind this as well. Does feel like Byun's a little behind. His 4th and 5th barracks coming out now. He had a big disruption in his build order during that. Big disruption. He's only down 10 SCVs. It's just the supply scares me a bit. Blink is done. Charge. Viagra. +1 attack. All on the way. 6 gateways are up. I think it's going to be 8 gateways in a moment. Yeah, it's 8 gateways now. They were just transforming. One pervy boy out front sees everything. I think he saw that drop coming and he'll see it again potentially. Now Byun, for those who don't know, the drop paths he takes is kind of like what a 16-year-old takes when they're drag racing at midnight with their friends for the first time. That's the level of safety precautions that Byun takes on his drops. Flies right through the middle, and he's going to lose both medevacs. Oh, this is very bad for Byun. The Archon's unable to be fought. He will at least get one more Stalker. Maybe he can get another one. His best bet is to just trade out as well as he can, and then maybe stim that Marauder home one more time. Oh, very nicely done there. Stalkers get everything. Great pickoffs by Parting. The unit's loss time continues to be absolutely disgustingly one-sided for Parting. Got all the Age of Empires royalty in chat today. Marine Lord here a moment ago. Now we've got Mr. Lidacore here. Hot diddly damn. Second engineering bay and an armory on the way in the back of the main base. Observer's going to see this army rotating around. And this looks like one of those scenarios where it looks close on paper, but remember, a 10 army supply lead, even if you've got the extra upgrade, as Byun, you've got no anchor. Those 2 tanks are your lifeline. He needs those siege tanks to keep him alive. He's got to protect those. That's very good SCV pull. So he's got to pull SCVs in front. DT runs in, it gets out of there on 1 life on the top of the screen there. Goes back to heal up. Yeah, if the tanks go down, the Colossus can basically just kite all day because they've got longer range. They can chip your units from afar, pick away at you, and every time you think one's exposed and you're going to kill it, we're going to see that Warp Prism pick it up and save it at the last moment. So unless he throws his Prism away, Parting is in a big advantage right now. Oh, he's going to get one of the tanks. 2 tanks are still up there. There's more tanks than Vikings building. He does get a few shots on the Prism, but look, you can't chase this army down, Byun. You got to shuffle those tanks over here, mate. You need those tanks to move over to guard this ramp. Oh, you got to be careful. Careful, mate. 2-2 does start for Byun. Byun can easily recover. He's got 70 SCVs, 4th command center starts. If he can weather the next few minutes, but he goes across the map. Byun with an absolutely insane move out. He just assumed Parting was done with this attack. And you know what? Okay, Parting does need to pull out. Going up that ramp is incredibly dangerous, but I think Byun just lost a lot of important units. And unnecessarily. That being said, Parting, learn to click with his prick, does get overly aggressive, right? He wants to push every advantage. And he's got double Robo, guys. He's got double Robo. He's got double Forge. He does not need to push right now. He's up a base. If Parting just makes a 5th, adds some Archons into his mix, Ghost Academy's only just started. Byun's not going to have a lot of Archons in the next few minutes of this game. So I think Archons would be amazing. The 5th base goes down. Yep, Templar Archives goes down because he's got a big gas bank. So the best way to just spend his gas right now would be that. And honestly, I don't know what you do as Byun to make a play. I think what you do is you don't make a play. You sit here. You don't stop making tanks. You go, I'm going to keep making tanks, and I'm going to just wall off and slowly take a 4th, maybe even this 4th. I don't know which 4th. Maybe the 4th where Parting's hanging out. But basically, don't give him an attack angle. Don't chase into this choke point. This area is very choked up on this map. +3 attack starting up to go with that +1 armor. Bit of bio trying to go out the right side. Trying to do something on the other area of the map. The DT comes forward and says, hello. Does blink it out to safety. Nicely done. Enhanced Shockwave starting up for Byun. So he's got the AoE upgrade for his EMPs. 3 more barracks are on the way as well. I don't know. I feel like any other matchup between players, Byun's 100% dead. But I've seen Parting just like he gets horny, he gets excited, he throws games. He's starting air weapons, he's starting observer speed, he's adding more gateways. These are all good things. What I'd like to see though is he's got bank now. I'd like to see big Zealot DT flanks, either going in the natural while his main army goes up here. I think that would probably be the best move. He's trying to go DTs on the top, but his army keeps working the exact same angle, and I don't know, maybe it works out for him. I feel like his army should be swinging up here and looking to deny this base while DTs hit the other side. Byun's going to get another scan off. He'll hunt all those DTs down. Even if he's got to drop another scan, he'll definitely go for it. Uh-oh. It's a very mobile army. Oh, the Disruptor! Okay, he's going to not get that much with the Disruptors. The Disruptors all went down! Parting taking a terrible engagement. All of his tech units, as I said, you don't want to be charging into that with Zealot Archon. His Zealots, he's going to try and recall them maybe, but they're way outnumbered. He tries to come back in with his main army at the same time on the front. But that means you're going into the tanks, and there's bio coming in from both sides. I told you guys I've seen Parting throw games. He gets so horny. There is literally no man more constantly aroused by trying to kill his opponent army in this world than Parting. He's still warping in Zealots on the front. Transition, Parting. Transition. God, this man was never taught the waistband trick. Oh, he gets a big Disruptor. Once there's movement going on out on the map, he's so much better as a player. But when his opponent turtles up, Parting will just kill himself trying to bash into their wall of defenses. And this is a pretty good fight, I think, for Byun. Byun has such a big supply lead. Parting's trying to make Archons right now. He's trying to like desperately get army that can keep him in this game. But dude, what a massively uncalculated or poorly calculated attack. His army just hung out in this area, same angle for like 5 minutes straight. You've got to keep your army moving. Guys, the whole point of a mobility advantage is to rotate up here, move around, get some big swinging Zealot DT attacks, and I'm really unimpressed with the way Parting tried to do that. That's a good shot, gets him a Marauder, not too bad. He's got multiple Disruptors, he's up to 6 of them. They'll keep him alive here. It's going to be hard for Byun to finish the game. Byun, if I were him, I'd keep building SCVs. I would keep on adding upgrades, +3 attack, very high priority. And maybe going for a few more command centers. Think about starting the range live transition. DTs are Parting, kind of scouting the army out, being used as an observer right now. The DT not as accomplished at having a cheeky perv as the observer, but it does like to have a bit of a look. Ooh. Watch out. EMPs. Oh, those Disruptors are so low. You'll get the tank at least. And where are your siege units, Byun? He's got 3 tanks, but they're all at home right now. So he doesn't have something. If he could get a wedge of tanks there, he wins the game. Right? That's this map, guys. This map, if you can get like 6 tanks here, you can like reach everywhere around. The Protoss has to come and fight you. Oh, he gets Disruptors! Oh my god, Disruptors in the open, bro. He loses a few Marauders, but he saves a good chunk of bio. In the bottom left. Oh, the EMP bio. He blinked onto that. Oh no, Parting. Parting just cannot contain himself. He saw a few units on the edge of his vision. He thought it was a few stragglers. He blinked on it to kill it and realized it was half of Byun's army. Oh my lord, Byun is fighting his way back into this game. It could still go either way though. The power of that advantage that Parting built for himself earlier in the game is still here. Those DTs get taken down. Army on the left will get taken out. Time to pull that one back, I think, for Byun. On the right side, he's going to get overwhelmed as well. He's not finding any economic damage. Parting is still in this game. His Prism has been spotted now. Stalkers on the hunt. Mass Zealot Archon on the hunt. But there's 8 Ghosts out. Now, I'll tell you what Zealot Archon's really good against, guys. Siege tanks in the open, and when they outnumber the opponent and they get a flank on them. What they're not good against is a guy who has 8 Ghosts and is building more. He's going to EMP all the shields off this army, and basically victory relies on Parting landing big Disruptor shots. Ooh, he goes back in with a drop. Not a good choice there for Byun, as he will trade 2 medevacs out, a handful of bio units for nothing. It's not really a trade if you just lose units for nothing. A few snipes go down. Oh, more snipes on the Zealots? That's really cute. You do want to save some energy for EMPs, but snipes are a good way of confirming some kills there. 5th command center's on the way. Byun needs more command centers if he wants to keep this game going. And I think this gold base will probably be his next one because his income's going to start dropping. Parting has taken the gold base and the bottom left corner. And oh my god! Every single disruptor goes down! Every single one, EMP all over them. And oh, this is a bloody disaster for Parting, mate. He's just not been protecting his balls. They always say, you know, it's the first rule when you step into the octagon with Byun is protect yourself at all times. They say that. They say that. They say wear a cup. Put in a mouth guard. These are important things. Parting forgot to wear his cup today. And because of that, he's just getting kneed repeatedly in the crotch. This is some old school, no rules fighting tournament. And oh my god, great surround with the Zealot DT. Great surround. Oh my god, the Zealot DT actually got a really good fight at the tail end of that, but it was so bad before that point. I don't know if it matters. Empty medevac and a Viking go down. Byun. He's floating his command center. He's going to take the blue base. Oh, what a virgin. Take the Chad base over here on the gold, man. Everyone knows gold minerals beat blue minerals. Medevac does go down, as does a DT or two. Another scan could spell disaster for Parting. That DT is just out of scan range. Widowmine gets a shot, and he gets a few more DTs. That Nexus is toast. Now, that Nexus going down is not a big deal for Parting because he's going to recall instantly over to the gold base, get those probes mining as well. He's got a lot he's trying to frantically do at this point. But look at that. Fully mining. Gold base, maybe. Can get him back in it. DT harass. Moves like that could be nice. Doesn't manage to scan it to safety, though. He's got an observer in the top side as well. Tanks are going to start to move forward to secure this middle base and anchor it. Byun at 169 supply. He's down 10 workers. But his army has just been better. His fights have been better. DT's coming in from all sides right now. His army's close enough. This is a bad move for Parting. He's got to get those out of there. Ooh, he gets a tank. And the EMP didn't hit him all. There we go. Second EMP does take those DTs out. He loses 3 tanks. I don't know if that's the end of the world. His tanks are kind of just on defense because they're not able to move around with his army as well. They can't really keep up. DT on the watchtower there. And once again, baiting out scans and whatnot. Parting has this base and this base going, and he's probing right now, which I don't think he needs to do. I think he just needs to transfer. He's probably got a few bases oversaturated, but there's so much going on right now that Parting, yeah, he's a little oversaturated. He's got a bunch of idle workers there as well. He's so focused on his disruptors. He's not managing his economy super perfectly. DT is doing a very good job of keeping Byun busy. Byun's going to need to drop another command center, I think. He's almost maxed again, which is awesome. He's going to go do a Widowmine drop on the undefended base in the bottom left. He hasn't really been touching up the bases of his opponent for a while. This Widowmine tells him there's no probes going to the top to take that base. These DTs, they're just incessant. He's trying to dodge EMPs. Got a ghost, not bad. Widowmine in the bottom left is going to force cannons down there. Oh, nice disruptor shot. Another nice disruptor shot. Oh, man. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. Okay, Byun's got to be careful, guys. Like I said, because his scans are getting real low. Scans are getting real low, big guy. Yeah, he's got 3 orbitals only. He's got 1 scan available. 2 more will be kicking in the next 10 seconds. So he's got 2 scans available right now. Not that much detection. The DTs are whittling him down, but I think Parting's given up on it right when he hit the critical point. Zealot, Stalker, Disruptor. Disruptor's good. Zealot, Stalker, not so good, but this is only a chunk of Byun's army. Where is the rest of his army right now? Like an army coming in from the left side. He's going to try and catch those disruptors. Gets rid of 2 of them. Oh, big disruptor on the ghosts, though. Oh, damn, that was a big disruptor. The Zealot count's almost gone. The Widowmines are firing reasonably effectively. It's very hard to see those Widowmines on the orange ground there. Oh, big balls landing on Byun's face, but he's kicking Parting in the balls at the same time, so it's kind of hard to see, dude. And, okay, this is still so damn close. Because remember, Byun's supply is better. Byun has this fit. The Widowmine's starting to fire again! The Widowmine's getting some big hits here. The lack of detection and observers. Observers coming out now. They're coming out, but they're a little slow to the party right now. Parting doesn't want to give up the middle. He doesn't want to lose his gold base. He knows how important it is. Byun did not take the gold base. A lot of the Widowmines do fall, but there's still a few more behind that. This is just a real fight for the watchtower. Byun! I told you guys he's crazy with his drops. Like I said, a 16-year-old drag racing in their shitty, souped-up, bloody third-hand piece of crap car. He's so dangerous with those drops, but high risk, high reward is the name of the game for Byun. He doesn't want to give too much space for Parting. He knows that Parting's kind of getting away with a bit of murder right now, and he wants to punish. If
Thanks
he
for the
loses this
Bezos
base,
bugs.
it's a big problem. He's got some bio, but not that much. He's a bit slow on the repair. The planetary gets some damage, though, and a big drop in the left. The DTs come in. I don't think the DTs are enough. Wait, Byun didn't... Oh, no! Byun's not microing. He's microing the middle. He ran forward to try to chase that army down, and he just got hit by massive balls. And he gets held in the bottom left because he didn't burrow the Widowmine, Stim, or EMP. He should have stayed behind his planetary and focused on the fight in the bottom left. That is objectively a huge mistake from Byun to not focus on that. He thought he had this fight in the bag just by dropping a scan. He needed to micro that fight in the bottom left. It was the fight in the middle. He didn't need to chase. He could have stayed behind the planetary. Maybe he was worried about the army jumping on this orbital, but Byun gives up his army advantage. They're now neck and neck. 2-2 upgrades versus 3-2. So Parting's missing an armor upgrade, but Byun missing tier 3 armor and attack. There's still 3 disruptors out. Not that many. Disruptors dodged. Another Widowmine comes in. 4 more probes go down. Both sides on their last legs. They're bleeding out. They are running out of resources right now, guys. The observers, the DTs coming forward. They're all wounded. The Colossus in the back adding so much to this, as is that planetary, as a lovely anchor there for the Terror and the Prism. It's been hanging out all game long, and it just keeps on getting pushed away, but not too far. Byun's going to try and heal that up. Disruptors. Oh, the Disruptor kills his own DT, but does it matter if he gets the planetary? If he gets it, he gets it. He gets the planetary. Great spready from Byun, but Byun's down. He's on his last legs, and I cannot believe Parting has fought back. I cannot believe Parting has fought back. This has been so bloody close for so long. The constant drip feeding of DTs. The Disruptors here. Remember, Parting was so ahead. He threw away his advantage in a moment of just silliness. And then Byun had the driver's seat, but Parting did not let him do anything with it. Non-stop DT run-bys over and over again from every single angle. Non-stop DT run-bys coming in. And I mean, let's look at that last fight in the bottom left, because I think this was a crucial mistake for Byun. So at this point, he notices, okay, there's DTs warping in, and he hasn't stimmed. Oh no, he has. He did stim. They're just already healed up. But no EMP, no Burrow of the Mines, no stutter step, and Stim runs out. And meanwhile, he runs forward on the right, and he tries to once again jump on the balls. But he takes a massive disruptor for trying to do that. And because he's not microing the bottom left with a bit of stutter step or an EMP, which would have been huge to get rid of. Remember, DTs only have 80 shields, 40 hit points. So 2/3 of their hit points goes down to EMP. They get killed by like a few Marine Marauder shots once you EMP them. So if he EMP'd that, he could have taken out one of Parting's bases, hung back behind his planetary here, and maybe, just maybe, this would have still been okay for him. It still would have been a very close game. But unfortunately, a crucial mistake from under the gun. And Parting gets the 3-2. GG. Well played.